Hello team, and welcome back to another edition of the GYMLESS Coaches Rundown, coming to you from the Gold Coast in Hong Kong, with a slightly different location. Apologies for being topless, it's too good of weather not to take advantage of it. We are moving into a new cycle, so we've got another new 3 weeks coming up. Mondays, we are still focusing on total body strength work. So that means for us today, we will have a few EMOMs following a similar structure to the last few weeks. The first EMOM, 9 to 12 minutes, athlete's choice. We're going to be working on split squats followed by a pulling variation movement. The second EMOM, again 9 to 12 minutes, we'll be working with a single leg rear foot elevated Romanian deadlift, followed by your strict handstand push-up progressions that we have been working in isolation over the last 3 weeks. And then our C work, again moving to another EMOM of some hamstring work and some pulling and pushing accessory work. Again, if you have any questions on this cycle or on any of the training days, or just want to shoot us some banter, don't forget to get on the water cooler on WhatsApp. So we're going to start with our warm-up today. Our warm-up, 2 to 3 rounds of 30 seconds jogging on the spot. After your 30 seconds, you're going to go into 12 lunge and twists. Lunge and then rotate, 12 reps in total, followed by a 30-second straight arm plank hold on the floor. Working on staying nice and tight, squeezing the bum and the quads. After that, we'll go into 12 alternated toe reaches. So alternated toe reach down to the floor, swap sides. Opposite arm and opposite leg. Then you will move into a 30-second hollow tuck hold on the floor. Bring yourself to a hollow position and hold. Remember, lower back pressing to the floor. Into 5 inchworm push-ups. Inchworm push-up. Crawl your hands out in front of you, supporting your weight on those arms into a push-up. Crawl the arms back up. Then we'll move into a 30-second pike handstand hold. So use a box or some chairs if you can. Tammy's going to use the chairs behind her. Place her feet up on the chairs, and we're just holding this position. The more advanced you are, the more inverted we're looking to get. If you're not comfortable being inverted, walk your hands a little bit further away from your sofa or the chair or the box. After that, we'll then go into 5 seated pike liftoffs with a 3-second hold on each rep. Tammy sits on the floor, hands in between the legs, toes pointed, legs straight, squeeze, 3, 2, 1, and down. 3 rounds of that. So for your A work today, we're going to be going through a 9 to 12 minute EMOM. This EMOM is going to consist of a 1 1/4 split squat, slightly different to normal, followed by 6 to 12 reps of a pulling movement of choice. So firstly, let's talk about the 1 1/4 split squat. In the split squat, Tammy's going to take her stance nice and wide. Now from here, she's going to try and drive her left knee over that left toe as hard as she can, whilst keeping that left foot flat on the floor, the right leg as straight as possible, and the chest as upright as possible. That's the movement, and then from there she's going to pulse up into a quarter, back down, and then all the way back to a standing position. Notice how she's traveling in like a diagonal movement rather than straight up and down. Imagine traveling up and down an escalator while you do it. So from there, you're going to complete 10 to 12 reps. Each minute, first and second minute, you'll just swap between your sides. Now with this split squat, a lot of you will find it quite difficult to get to that bottom position that Tammy is in. So Tammy, if you can demonstrate your bottom position again. So if this bottom position is hard for you, don't forget we want to feel like your back hip flexor is stretching whilst you're also driving that knee over the toe as hard as possible. So it's a good range of motion exercise as well. If you can't get into that position, what we can simply do is just elevate your front foot. So if Tammy actually moves forward to the ledge, yep, so she elevated her foot there. Now obviously she's got a piece of glass in front of her. That's actually a pretty good test for her to try and drive the knee forward. But elevating the foot will just take a little bit of stress off that back hip flexor. So elevating the foot, remember, don't think of it as a regression because we're looking for perfect movement here. So back leg straight, front knee over that toe as much as possible. And in the third minute, we're going to complete a pulling movement of choice. Now today we have a dumbbell available to us, and we also have a backpack. So if you have a dumbbell, you can choose to do a single arm bent over row. that is not a problem, just like Tammy's doing. 6 to 12 reps, you can go probably 6 reps on each side. If you have an object where you use 2 hands like a barbell or a backpack, we can just do some bent over rows with 2 arms on your object. 6 to 12 reps. For your B work today, we have another new movement for you. So it's a single leg rear foot elevated Romanian deadlift. Now you notice Tammy is working her right leg, so the dumbbell is going to be loaded in her left arm. If you don't have a dumbbell and you have a barbell or a backpack, you can just hold it in 2 arms, not a problem. It's still a single leg exercise. So the back foot is elevated up onto your sofa or a chair or a bench or a box. From there, we are just softening the working leg. And remember, we're only looking for hip flexion. That means that Tammy's spine stays nice and flat and neutral throughout the movement, and she's not moving through spinal flexion. Tammy, can you show us a pull rep, please? Notice how her spine is changing shape. That spine wants to stay nice and straight as she bows forward and up. For the 3rd minute of this EMOM, you're gonna be working your strict handstand push-ups, anywhere between 5 to 10 reps. I would like you to try and progress from what you have been using for the previous 3 to 6 weeks in your strict handstand push-up work. So don't try and regress doing this. Just understand that you will be working on a bit more fatigue than you normally have. So Tammy's in the A-frame position with the legs extended, head comes down to the floor, touches, straight back up. Beautiful. Done. For your 3rd EMOM, we're gonna be working hamstring slider curls. So Tammy's gonna drive her hips up to the sky as much as she can first. Hands can be on the floor. Drive her heels up towards the bum, slide down under some control. Drive up to the butt, slide down under control. After she's done her reps on the hamstring sliders, she'll move into a towel and bag upright row. What we're looking for in the bag upright row is to hold a towel through the straps of your backpack. Obviously, if you have a barbell or dumbbell, kettlebell, or even a resistance band, you can do it with those as well. But demonstrate with the backpack, nice and tall, pulling those elbows nice and high, bringing your equipment just underneath your chin. We're gonna be working anywhere between 50 to 20 reps. For the last exercise of your C work EMOM is gonna be a prone rear delt lift off for 30 seconds. Now you can see Tammy's got her knuckles nice and close to her chest here, elbows bent. If she's in this position, we're looking for the shoulders to be back and down, not traps crunched at the top. So shoulders back and down, lift the knuckles off the floor and squeeze and hold for 30 seconds. If that's too hard, you can always extend the arm a bit more, and then again a bit more if it's still too hard. Don't forget, that's almost a maximal end range position for shoulder extension. We're looking for a big, strong isometric contraction there.